right. I think it's working now. Why now do you think it's working? I don't know what's different between now and I don't know, man. Before. Well, I can see myself, and it told me I was live on Instagram, so I think I fixed it. Oh, so does that mean you're gonna do your? Why is the camera there? This is where I like it right here. That's not. You just want to do your song? Oh yeah. I love you too. Bop boop a doop a doop bop. I love you too. Boop a doop a doop a doop doop. I really don't think this is messing with the algorithm at all. I think it has added plenty of subscribers in the past week. Okay, that's factual. I actually think that I think a 10% increase in YouTube subscribers in the past week from your jingle, I think has been pretty effective. Yeah, see? So let me just do what I do, how I do what I do, when I do what I do. And I'm Mark the Monster, and I'm furrier than you. And I love you too. Boop ba doop ba doop ba doop boop. Hey, why don't you throw some Not Starks into this? I mean, is that really what you want to have happen? Because we can do that. We'll do the tracked in freestyle. There we go. See that? Joe's gonna join you. All right. System, Shadow Lord stay tapped in. Because I wish to change the world like Eric Clapton. One day I'm out, who let the draft in? I love you too. Feel like Aspen adapting from the home of Tracy Chapman. Took the role. Where you at, Joe? Evil genius at times I had to switch the plan. Cause I was flying bows like Macho Man. Now screaming a crop, they fiend when I drop. Yeah, the truly fresh produce, they licking clean and pop. And I still work vigorous. The villain mad niggerish. My old lady play her part like Miss Elizabeth. I've been bombing shit and grown quite fine again. Been snapping, need a slim. Some gym sponsorship. My mama ain't here to relish my accomplishments. Neither am I. I'm too busy doing reconnaissance. We need the cheese, we need the dough, we need the cabbage. And more Randy Marsh. I'm more Randy Savage. Moving the culture alive. Joey's out of control. Unhinged, unstable. I don't know. I don't think Joe's gonna join. But the cream always rises to the top, Joe. I don't. Ooh, yeah. Starks.
You think you know a guy?
We definitely can't have that on YouTube there, Mark. Joe, why aren't you getting in here? I don't know what Joe's deal is. I don't know where he's at. He does this like being on time for things. Okay, first of all, it's not us not being on time. Put that down. Let me talk to people. Move that. All right, everyone. Just want to make sure we have a few things clear. I am always on time. Like, I'm always right here. I'm in the studio working late at night. I'm here early in the morning. I'm doing a lot of stuff, making big moves, right? Jeremy and Joe just can't be on time for things. Okay, like that's not it. No. You're not gonna try and justify this. You're never on time. Joe literally had to remind you what day it was today. So like that's a whole thing that literally happened. Wait, you're talking about Joe? He ain't even in here. No. He's gonna vouch for this. All right, listen. I knew what
I knew what day it was. All right, that's not even a thing, Mark. Joe didn't have to tell me what. I knew it was Sunday. I know I didn't go to work. I know what day it was. I trust me. I know today's Sunday. Joe, he had no idea what he was talking about. Yeah, Thomas James Wood right in here. Hey, thanks for checking us out live on Instagram. Yeah, Jeremy did not know what day it was. Bullshit. I knew what day it was. I was playing video games. That's what's important. I was playing video games. I wasn't paying attention to the time. You're never paying attention to the time. Give me some of that coffee. Dude, you don't need any of this. All right.
Mark,
yeah, it's refreshing.
All I could say was I just looked at the time. I was like, ooh, I better let him know. You know what I'm saying? Just friendly, like a friendly reminder, like better let him know. Like, beep, beep.
I was playing video games. I picked up Dying Light on the Switch yesterday.
Okay.
And I've never played that game before.
There you go.
And it was $10 instead of $50. So I got it. And I didn't really know much about the game. I just seen it was a first-person zombie game, and it had motion controls. So I thought it was going to have motion controls for shooting, and I don't think that's what it has, but it has motion controls for melee weapons, which is interesting. However, this is a game I had to play early in the day, Joe.
Okay. I get it. I get it.
Make sure you hear this. Well,
I get it.
Why don't you tell them? No, you're all hopped up on coffee, and you're over here just popping off at everybody about being late. Why don't you tell them why I got to play the game earlier in the day? It's too scary for him. That's true. It's too scary. There's zombies, and I don't like scary shit. What I do like is that the game is mostly running from the zombies at this point of what I can tell. But then I do counteract it, and I play some Nexomon, which is inspired by Pokemon. So it's basically a Pokemon game with different little monsters.
Wait. But ain't the zombie supposed to turn you into the zombie if they capture you?
I don't know. I'm not real far into this game, Joe.
Okay.
This is what? What? No, tell him. What? What do you want me to say? He doesn't finish video games.
Is there? Unless it's Mario or Mortal Kombat, you can finish the game.
Joe, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Mark's right. I don't finish video games.
Okay.
So listen.
I try.
My whole right arm's covered in video game controller tattoos. I like video games. I like playing video games. This does not mean I like finishing video games. That's not the same shit. That's different shit. How is that not the same shit? Yeah, Empire Championship checking us out. Listen, okay, I need everyone live on Instagram. Drop it in the comments. Do you finish video games or do you just play video games? Because it's different shit.
It all depends on if you are like a die-hard gamer who could play for 15 hours a day. They can finish the game. I'm just saying.
Look. If finishing video games was an important aspect to the hobby, online multiplayer wouldn't be the biggest deal in the hobby. Because you can't beat an online multiplayer game. All right, that's a valid point. But what about the single-player games you don't finish?
You look at that. Over 100,000 gamer points on Xbox. Bam!
That's a lot of gamer points.
Bam.
Listen, I'm not saying that it's wrong to finish the games. I applaud people who have the ability to do so. However, I have some severe ADHD. I don't finish things, man. I start shit. And it's about the experience, right? It's the journey, not the destination.
Okay, there you go.
Right? That's a fair assessment of video games. Like, yeah. I mean, I guess on the bright side, you like to get them on sale. That's a good point. If I spend $10 on it, doesn't matter if I beat it. If I get $10 worth of the game, and really, what's $10? That's like $1 whenever we were kids.
Like this drink right here, $10.
Yeah. A coffee could run you $10, depending upon where you go. Where on earth are you getting $10 coffee from?
2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere you're going to get 2 coffees and it ain't $10. McDonald's, if you order it in the app.
That is true.
That's a valid point. Look, man, why are we? How is this the conversation? How do we get here? You show up late to work and you don't finish your video games. Look, man, and that's all of this is true. Every bit of this is true.
It's true. Look, I could say I would finish. I would play a game maybe about a good hour, then I'll probably stop because probably going on too far. I'm playing for a good hour or so.
I mean, I put about hours into games. Like, I mean, but it doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'm gonna end up finishing. Right? Like, I don't know. Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Great game. Put a bunch of hours into it. I just gotta get back playing. I ain't played in like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Okay, there you
go. I enjoy Pokemon games. I ain't never caught them all. Yeah. Yeah, I've never caught all the Pokemon. I got a Pokeball and gold Pokemon card sitting on my desk right now. I never finished a Pokemon game.
Okay.
I don't know the last game I finished.
You don't know the.
No idea. I got no idea the last game that I beat.
How about Candy Crush?
You know what, man? I really didn't go down to the Candy Crush thing. Like, I didn't get real big into Candy Crush. Look, the Pokemon trading card game that just came out on our phones a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. I was hard to paint for like 3 weeks. And then I fall off. I do like card games, like solitaire card games. That's always fun.
There you go, solitaire. Or you can just download, Casino Blast. Just play some casino, win some money.
I don't trust any game that's telling me it's going to give me money on my phone. That sounds like someone's going to steal my money. That's what that sounds like to me. I mean, I won't use Temu. I'm not playing a casino game that's telling me it's going to give me money. It sounds like a scam. You know what's not a scam?
What's that?
What's not a scam, Mark? You can invest all your money in Bitcoin. Dude, I don't think the Bitcoin investment is going to pay off. I don't think that's really going to make you rich. I mean, the shirt's doing pretty good. I mean, I spent my life savings on Bitcoin shirt. The merch day will link in the bio. You guys can go check that out.
Get the Bitcoin on.
Shop.
Get the Bitcoin on.
Yeah, you can get that Bitcoin. Speaking of wasting your money, let's talk about The Rock. Ooh. Trunks has a Mortal Kombat tournament going March 8th at his shop. What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm Parma, y'all. Parma.
That. So I can go and play Mortal Kombat? Dude, have you played Mortal Kombat? I'm Mortal Kombat 2.
In
the arcade? Yeah. I go to Aladdin's Castle.
You said Aladdin Castle?
How could he?
Hold up. Wait.
How you going to an arcade that was in the 90s? Maybe I got a time machine. Don't ask questions. That doesn't make any sense, man.
The last Aladdin Castle that was open, I think it closed like early 2000 at Great Northern Mall.
Maybe Dave and Buster's has one. I don't know where I was at. They might have Mortal Kombat 2 at Dave and Buster's. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, Mark, we're going to Here, man. You go over here. You just hang out. You're fine. Please, fine. Jesus. Jesus, Joe. Oh, my lapel mic fell off. This hoodie doesn't have strings for me to attach it to. All right. So many things, Joe. So many things. So many things. We got so many things, and people want me to talk about The Rock, and I don't want to do it just yet.
Okay, I can talk about something else for you.
Okay, what do you got? Because I got an interesting thing I want to talk about, too.
Yeah. I did my research today, y'all.
You did?
Yeah. What up? What'd you hear? Oh, no, it's a tree branch bumping next door, girl. The wind blew the tree branch next door, that's all. Yeah.
Oh, is there a ghost outside?
Yeah. Okay.
Drop the information for your shop in our comments. We'll get a share for you.
So I did my research this weekend, and they say, what was it? They say that the tickets weren't selling fast enough because Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble and headline WrestleMania.
Really?
Well, really, yeah. Girl, get your ass out of here quick. Drink my damn. We're gonna fight. So anyway, they say tickets price ain't selling because of Jay being the main event of WrestleMania because he run the Rumble, and they feel as though Cena should win. But being the illegal brother-in-law, doing my little research here, y'all. Let me tell you what I found out.
What you got? I'll tell you what. Before you tell me the real research, can I give you my thoughts on why WrestleMania tickets aren't selling?
Go ahead.
They're too damn expensive. You have priced out wrestling fans.
And that's what I'm gonna get at.
All right, bring it on up, Joe. Give me the real scoop.
So, you got 3 tickets you can buy. You can buy the 2-day pass.
All right.
For which Saturday, Sunday. You can buy one for Sunday, or one for Saturday, Sunday, separate. So, being me, I did first. I need to book a flight there, and a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked the 17th through the 22nd. Sounds fair. 2 tickets, and the hotel room, cheapest one I could find that was on there. Grand total.
What was the cheapest hotel room in Vegas?
That was the cheapest one. It was $850.
Jeez.
$850 was the cheapest I could find. So I just picked the $850, see what's going along with the flights. Bundled together for 2 people from 17th to the 22nd. 5 nights flight back and forth. $1,092.
That's not terrible.
No. Here comes the best part, though. Now, I'm looking at ticket price, so Ticketmaster. So, I picked each day in certain sections. So, I picked section 4 because you want to be close to that ring.
I disagree.
Some people, hey, if this is your first WrestleMania, you want to be close to the ring. So, I picked
Dude,
that
I
section.
never want to be on the floor. I never want to sit on the floor for a wrestling show.
Okay, but here we go. But hear me out. I did section 4 and top section 300, far up at the top.
All right.
So if you pick section 4 for the 2-day pass, woo, woo, like this, that 2-day pass with ticket prices for 2 and all the fees, $14,782.
What?
$14,782 for section 4 2-day pass, and that includes with ticket price. So and the ticket.
I ain't got that much.
So yeah. So the ticket price each were like 1,400. No, 2,000 for two.
Drunk dropped it in there. North Coast Comics. Go check them out, dude. $14,000.
$14,000 for 2 days.
Right at that point, you're gonna have this. This the kind of money you gotta have. Is that you're just doing this nonsense. Just
So yeah, 2 day pass.
I ain't.
Grand total. But the same. Hey, but look at this. It's the same seat, same section for 2 days straight. Oh, good lord. Yes, 14,000. Yes, if you got, and that's on Ticketmaster. Thank you.
That's crazy.
And
That's just.
and up top, that 300 ticket price was $750 each for the lowest.
That. Oh, that's terrible. Luckily, I got that back.
Oh yeah. And so Saturday and Sunday, this is pretty funny. Saturday is the cheapest I found was 1,014 each.
See, and that's the problem right there. Like, you know what, man? I like that wrestling that's super popular again. I like that more than I like that it's popular again. I guess, let me rephrase that. I actually don't like that wrestling's popular again. I actually don't like that. I like that it's good again. I don't like that it's popular again. Because it being popular again is the reason we got ticket prices like this. It being popular again is the reason we have shows like what we had Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we'll get there. We'll get there.
So yeah. So remember, 1,200 each for that. So you're looking at 24 for two. And then that's section 4. But section 300, you can get it for the low for like $350, just for that 1 day. $350.
That's insane. That's too much. That's way too much. Way too much. Yeah, that's too much money. Too much money going.
So if you're wondering why it's not selling good, because that I just picked 2 sections that people will want. You want that front row or up top that's affordable. And up top, I don't know about watching it twice in 1 day, 2 days, but man.
Yeah, that's just too much. And Charles makes a good point, because WWE and UFC are under the same umbrella, and now they think they can have the same prices. And you know what? Here's the thing about I guess I had a huge problem whenever the UFC hit mainstream, became very popular too. Everybody knows I fought, I did MMA, I did grappling, I did shoot fighting, I did these things, and like you could go to an MMA event, not necessarily a UFC event, but you could go to an MMA event. It wasn't expensive. Here's one thing about a live MMA event. Like the UFC is the UFC, and it's like a big deal, and people want to be a part of that. And a live MMA is a bad spectator sport. Visually, you can't see shit. So you're watching it live. I mean, you're watching it on a screen instead of watching it live because you can't see through the cage.
Wait, I need this.
Visually, it's bad. I think that, like, as far as like a live wrestling show right now, AEW is your best money spent because you're getting a lot of content there. WWE right now, at least for Raw, they're filling things in with the interviews and shit that are happening during the commercial breaks. So there's something always happening versus how it was before, where you had like 5 minutes of like nothing. Somebody come to the ring and then the lights go out for 5 minutes. Um, I have two combined rumors to talk to you about, and one totally separate rumor.
Okay.
Totally separate rumor. Do you think we could see Shawn Michaels return? He said he has maybe one or two matches left in him. He's 59.
Mm-hmm.
Could we see Shawn get back in the ring one more time?
I say this. He said he got one more room in the tank.
He said maybe. He said maybe one or two. Maybe.
I would say this. I would feel better if he went on one more match with Ethan Page.
That's exactly my pick too. I think Ethan Page would have to be the one. Either Ethan Page or somehow Logan Paul.
Now, I'm just saying Ethan Page sounds better because they both at NXT. I know the world wants a dream match of AJ Styles, but Shawn can't go that fast anymore. Not saying he can't, but he ain't at that speed. But Ethan Page right now is possibly the best option he has. We got one more room left because he can adapt to his speed, do things perfectly, and Ethan Page is also safe in the ring. So
Ethan Page is very safe. I think like 5 years ago, if we could have got Shawn and AJ, it would have been great. Mm-hmm. But time has moved on, and I don't think Shawn would have and this isn't a knock on AJ or Shawn. I just think that time has moved, and I don't think those two should be the two for Shawn's last match. I think Ethan Page would be the pick, and I think we would have to have it happen in 2025. Mm-hmm. Maybe toward the latter half of the year, let Shawn get in ring shape, take some light bumps here and there, get used to things, and let's pretend that whole match in Saudi Arabia never happened. And I think it would help establish Ethan Page as a real star.
Yeah, I feel like Ethan Page is the best heel right now in NXT, and Ethan Page could talk Shawn into doing it, calling him worthless and everything. Mm-hmm. And even I could say he could even take out Trick just to get to Shawn Michaels, just so because Trick is one of his boys, Shawn boys he likes.
Yeah. Trunk says he can pick an Uso and they can super kick for 15 minutes. Well, shit, let's have the Usos face the Young Bucks and have Shawn as a special enforcer, and we can just have super kicks for 35 minutes.
All right, there you go.
Right?
That's right, yeah.
All right. Now let's hit this combo rumor.
All right. Combo
rumor. All right. So story has come from Jonathan Coachman that Shane McMahon wanted to run everything in AEW. He wanted equity in the company and wanted to run the show. And Tony Khan ghosted Shane O'Mac. Tons of people have like crazy opinions of how stupid Tony Khan is for not doing this and all these things. What are your thoughts on that? Should Tony Khan have given Shane McMahon control of AEW and equity in the company? Hey, Panther, don't worry about being late. Joe was late too.
Hey, man, it happens.
And so was I. But we were at the OG time. Yeah, we were 5:05 on the Superstation.
I say this. It would have been cool if maybe Shane got a little bit of equity. But running it, he did good on his own show he had before he came back to WWE. He had his own company. I forget what it was. It was good. He helped run.
So,
But I'll just say this: Shane shouldn't run. Not bad against Shane, but I just think Shane is better with the E than the A.
yeah. I I think that for Shane to think that Tony Khan should have given him equity and control of Tony Khan's company is bananas. It's bananas. Um, People who think that Tony Khan should have just let Shane run the show have apparently never had their own thing. When you have your own thing, it's your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you created it from nothing, and somebody wants to say, "Hey, I'll give you this for some of it, and let me just run it in my vision," no, I've been there. Oh, we can put you on our platform. We can do that. Nah, because then it's your thing. It's not my thing. Tony Khan absolutely did the right thing by ghosting Shane McMahon, because what kind of an egotistical prick do you got to be to go into someone, first of all, someone who's a billionaire, clearly established in business, and knows what he's doing, and go in there and be like, give me part of your company and let me run it. For what reason? Why on earth would Tony Khan have ever given Shane McMahon control of AEW? That's dumb. If you think he should have, you also might be dumb. That might lose us some followers. We may lose some subscribers, which is good, because if that's how your brain works, I don't want you following the podcast. Get your shit and go play in traffic.
I say this: if it's true or not that Shane did ask for that, it's true or not, I would say this: the only reason why Shane would say do that is because the last names. The last name, you put them two last names together, it could probably draw a little bit more money, a little bit more attention, and it would take away some of the WWE fans and bring them over to AEW if you got them two last names together.
I agree. And that's why I think they thought Shane was coming in to do something else as a talent. And I think that's why the Death Rider started off the way it did, because I think they thought they had Shane. And whenever you have Shane O'Mac, here comes the money. And I think they were going to put Shane with the Death Riders. And I think that would have been really, really good for a short period of time. Now, I said I had the last bit of rumors was combined rumors, and this is where we get to the last name. There's been a rumor going around for a little bit of time that Vince McMahon is looking to start a new wrestling promotion. Been going on for a couple months. There's been things here and there. There was talk of he potentially was working with a studio, and he had a studio. Then I heard he was talking to producers who had left WWE, and that he was talking to cameramen who have history and shooting pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got a clip sent to me of Conrad Thompson and your boy Eric Bischoff having the same conversation. And they mentioned the rumored that Fox wants a wrestling show, that where they were talking about AEW or Ring of Honor, and that fizzled out. Now they may be potentially having a spot for a Vince McMahon wrestling promotion. Now, with the Jonathan Coachman saying stuff about Shane wanted control of AEW and equity of the company, kind of makes me think maybe Shane was the Trojan horse for Vince to then have the McMahons and AEW, and then just take what they already have established and just make it a McMahon thing. Yep, that's Vince's MO, right? Absorb the territories.
Yep.
And then, a lot of these things like rumor and speculation. And then, again, I'll give the devil their due. Conrad and Eric Bischoff made a very good point. And they said, you've seen a lot of pictures of Vince and Shane at the Super Bowl. Vince and Shane were at the Super Bowl together.
Yeah.
What network was the Super Bowl on?
Fox.
Super Bowl's on Fox.
Fox.
Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon were at the Super Bowl. That was on Fox.
Mm-hmm. With The Undertaker, too.
Have we ever seen Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon at a football game that was not the XFL? Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon have had enough connections and enough money for a very long time to be at the Super Bowl every single year had they so desired to be there. They have never, to my knowledge, ever been photographed at an NFL game, and certainly not at a Super Bowl. So it would lead one to ask, who invited the McMahons to the Super Bowl? Were they there meeting with executives from Fox? And if they were, they would really only be having one conversation, right?
Or Shane, his son's getting put in NFL. I want to be on the team.
Feel like that's not it. And again, everybody knows, man, I love a good wrestling conspiracy theory. I really, really do. I love to speculate. I love to critique. But, man, it kind of feels like.
It kind of feels like it is. It might be. I don't know. I'm just saying.
So with that combo rumor, I ask you this question, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Who would work for Vince and Shane? Panther says we didn't sell out. We bought out the McMahon's own part of AEW. Yeah.
I'm just going to say this. I say this.
Give me your main event scene.
Vince
and Shane's wrestling promotion. Who do you sign?
I truly believe they would pick Nick as the Hulk Hogan.
Nick
the blind
Nemeth?
Yes. Blonde hair, skinny. Fans love him. Everybody likes him. It's a name. And it's a name that they both picked back in the day for about 20 years ago with the Spirit Squad. And it's somebody they know that has skills. That's what I say.
Gonna write these down.
Okay.
Say
Nick Nemeth be the Hulk Hogan.
I'm gonna call this McMahon Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
So you're giving Nick Nemeth the Hogan treatment.
The Hogan treatment. Blondie.
So he's the main eventer. He is the star.
He's the star. Yeah.
Okay. Who do the McMahons poach for his nemesis? Who is his rival? Who is Nick Nemeth's Roddy Piper? And we're gonna assume, we gotta be a little realistic. We can play a little bit in fantasy land, but things that could what's possible.
Okay, I would say.
Let's assume they launch this by the end of 2026. I don't think it would happen in 2025. I could be wrong. It could happen. But let's say between now and the end of 2026, who could they sign to McMahon Championship Wrestling to be the heel opposite of Nick Nemeth as your babyface world champion?
The Miz.
Oh. Okay, that could be possible. It's not possible, but I would imagine they would love to have it be MJF.
Nope. Take it back. The Miz and Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, that was a great feud that you cannot beat. So I would say that be Nick and the Miz could be the Hogan and Macho Man feud that kept going on. Friends, they hate each other. Friends, that's that feud. Now, I would say it would be Nick and as the Roddy Piper. You would need Tom Peck, aka Baron Corbin.
Ooh.
That's who could be your Roddy Piper. The champion, the main event who never won the world champion. That's who your
Nick
person is.
Nemeth versus. Ooh, Panther says maybe his brother Ryan Nemeth. Man, I don't know if the McMahons would touch Ryan Nemeth. Him doing Tony Khan and CM Punk, I don't feel like that kind of vibe jives with how McMahons behave. I could be wrong, but I like Corbin and Nick Nemeth as your main event feud for launching a promotion. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your top mid-card star that the McMahons poach from somebody?
Mid-card.
We could eventually bring his brother in. His brother could come in. Panther, right? It'd be a good thing to have on deck because that brother feud, Brett and Owen.
Mm-hmm.
Brett and Owen was memorable.
The mid-card. Who would be the great mid-card right now? Mustafa Ali.
Okay. I'm going to give the other mid-carder. Gabe Kidd.
Ooh, Gabe
Mustafa
Kidd.
Ali, Gabe Kidd in your mid-card. Work those two up to be your replacement main event for Nick Nemeth and Baron Corbin. Because, we'll segue a little bit and talk a little bit about the week of wrestling. Collision was a hell of a show last night. Gabe Kidd is a star. Mm-hmm. That match was so good.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
He's money, man.
Yes.
Tony Khan better just give him a preliminary contract, or I'm going to sign you once your contract's up in New Japan, and don't let Triple H get him. Get him on deck. I don't know. Bring in Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander, Gabe Kidd, ready-made feud right there. That shit would be just a banger.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
That would be a banger. But it all depends. They go where they say the money is.
All right. So we've established the main event scene and the mid-card feud for a Man Championship Wrestling when it launches. Who is you might count Nick Nemeth as this. Who is the legend? They need a legend. They're going to have a legend. Now, Nick Nemeth, I don't feel could be. I don't think Nick Nemeth gets you a TV deal. If he was, TNA would have one. So who's the legend? They're not going to get Taker. He'd love to get Taker. He's not going to be able to get Taker.
You need the true legend. I would go with the $1 Million Man, because everybody knows the $1 Million Man.
$1 Million Man can't bump. You're not going to do anything in there.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
He can pay Cena. Man, dude, what if Cena's retiring from WWE to not sign a legend deal and go to McMahon Championship Wrestling? This might be the most fun fantasy booking ever. We're imagining an entire promotion here.
Oh.
After PG era, Cena do anything. After some of those movies, Cena do anything. Who announces the retirement tour and shows up twice?
Hey.
The Rock has been on more WWE TV in 2025 than John Cena has.
And that's the sad part about it.
The Rock's been on more than Roman Reigns.
That is true.
Yeah.
You need a legend that can take bumps.
Yeah, I mean, AEW used Jericho. Jericho was their Trojan horse. Put the belt on Jericho to start things off. Then we move into, establishing new people. I don't know if Nick Nemeth's name carries any kind of weight like that. So who would be the person who casuals would be like? I mean, first of all, we're going to have the McMahon name that's going to pull casuals in. But who's going to be the able to be active legend that the McMahons could get?
I would say they could do it, pull it off. AJ Styles.
Ooh.
AJ Styles.
So has AJ.
Cena,
who I think? I think Cena's a good option.
But
I think AJ's a good option. But you know who just had their knees done?
What's that?
Texas Rattlesnake just had his knees fixed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Austin just had a knee replacement.
Oh.
His match with KO was acceptable.
Yeah.
He hasn't done any WWE shit recently. They tried to get him last year at Mania. They couldn't come to an agreement in money and what they wanted him to do. He's not going to show up for shit if it's not important. He's not just going to be there to be. I mean, he's got a relationship with Vince. He's got a relationship with Shane, and he will only do wrestling shit if it's important and if it's enough money. But more important than that, it has to matter. If he's the legend who can come in, work 6 months, a handful of appearances inside that 6 months, but come in, be established as the champ to bring eyeballs to that product, then do his official retirement match, putting Nick Nemeth over to then establish the Nick Nemeth, Baron Corbin feud in the main event scene, and then Austin acts as whatever in the company. Now, let me ask you, if this happens, that scenario that I just painted right there, do you tune in?
It's Stone Cold. Why not?
It's Stone Cold, right?
It's Stone
And almost all the other McMahon bullshit goes right out the window. If you're going to put Austin on TV every week, maybe he's not wrestling every week. Let's put it there. He's absolutely not wrestling every week. We're going to sign Austin to 6 months. He's going to wrestle 3 times inside of 6 months. Well, 4 times. Once to get the title, once every other month in defense until we hit month number 6 where he puts Nick Nemeth over, making him the champ. So Austin's going to wrestle 4 times. We're going to have him on TV every week. He doesn't have to be at the arenas. He doesn't have to be at the shows every week. He may just cut some pre-tape promos. But we're going to have Stone Cold Steve Austin with a microphone in prime time on a wrestling show. And we're going to run it head-to-head on Fox, opposite of SmackDown, with the exact SmackDown product you have today. What show do you watch live? We're going to watch them both. Which one do you tune into? What is the must-see TV?
I'll say this. If they made a commercial,
What?
Stone Cold, if they said Stone Cold was going to be
What?
there on the opening show,
What?
He made a promo saying he's going to take anyone's challenge.
What?
I'll tune into it.
What?
There you go.
What? What?
Yeah.
Well, hell, Joe, all you got to do is go back in the back, get yourself a cheap bottle of Thunderbird, try to conjure up some of that courage you had in your prime.
Thunderbird. I heard that.
Go ahead and you dump your Bible, your Psalms, your John 3:16, but Austin 3:16 said, I'm going to tune in. I as much as I may hate Vince, and it's a lot, and I think I just booked his show for him. Just put the belt on Austin for 6 months. He's got a
The worst thing
new
about it,
knee. He ain't even got a bump. Every fight could just be every match could be the KO match. Austin don't gotta take the bumps. He doesn't have to. He's stone cold Steve Austin. Just give him a mic, put a camera in his face.
okay, I can do that. I can see that.
I would tune in. I would watch that over SmackDown. Doesn't even matter what the rest of the card is. Doesn't matter what the rest of the show is. If that's your main event scene, and you have Mustafa Ali and Gabe Kidd in your mid card, and we're building the main event scene around Nick Nemeth and Baron Corbin, I'm watching this program. Because it's going to be better than what they're giving me on SmackDown. Now let's talk about that. Now let's talk about that. Joe.
I'll just start.
Give me your thoughts on SmackDown.
Okay.
Before I do my thing.
Okay. We'll just get to the main attraction about The Rock. All right. So I like how he came out with Lil Wayne. I'm like, okay, New Orleans, gotcha, cool. That support New Orleans, cool.
Most confusing 20 seconds of my life, but okay.
You know the block was hot. Okay, cool.
I knew the song.
No.
I didn't understand why they were doing it, and then The Rock came out to it. He's never come out to Lil Wayne.
I know, but New Orleans. But I can
call
say
him
this.
Lil Wayne. I call him Wheezy. Don't act like I don't know about the block is hot.
I'll say
Seen Hot Boys.
The first 3-5 minutes, cool. Announcing where WrestleMania 42 is going to be at, boom. I was okay with that. I was okay with him being. Yeah. I would say him being Mr. Babyface talking, cool. Still showing little goosebumps, cool. Then calling out Cody. Now when it called out Cody, I'm just going to keep it real with everybody right now. I basically didn't pay attention to what they was talking about, y'all. It was just like talk. They did a little slow talking, like your mother, my mama. Look at the pictures right there, huh? I'm like, okay, what else going on here? Then I was like, So I would say that was like a waste of 10, 15 minutes saying, I want you to be my corporate champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
And I literally was just, since it was Friday night, no school, y'all. So I literally was just playing around with my kid as we watched that segment. So yeah, that's how I wasn't focused on the show. But
Trunk says corporate Cody equals Homelander. Maybe. So, before I do this, the following announcement has been paid for by the Puppet World Order. This is my PSA. Before I just talk about this, I have faith in WWE making something good. I do. There's been plenty of things throughout my 42 years, right? Yeah, I'm 42. Of being a pro wrestling fan that has seemed to be the drizzling shits. And later on, I'm like, actually, I kind of like it. Case in point, Dominic Mysterio. I said there would absolutely be no way they would ever get him over as a heel, and I was 100% wrong, and I'm so happy that I was. So, before I do this, just to say, I'm sure this is going to become good. But I can't address the future. All I can address is what was given to me live on Friday night. And it was absolute dog shit. It was so unbelievably bad that it was hard to even watch. The coming out, I'm sick of The Rock coming out in the goosebumps thing, to be honest. Stop tickling your arm to give yourself goosebumps. Your sister picked up on that moment one that he doesn't. Stop doing that. Stop doing that to yourself. It's weird. Don't do it. The back and forth of the baby face promo and the heel promo. If that were the character, okay. But it's not what the character is.
Mm-hmm.
So stop it. Because it's stupid. You can't thank the fans for helping your movie make millions of dollars and then tell someone you're going to slap the syphilis off their lips. It's dumb as hell, and it's not cinema. It's stupid. If they did it on AEW, I would still say it's stupid, but also everyone would be like torches and pitchforks. It was dumb. It was bad TV. It wasn't just bad wrestling. It was bad TV. And the story it doesn't even make any sense. So, first of all, the promo sounded like Diddy talking to an aspiring rapper. I swear, I am confident. Now, I never watched Diddy's Making the Band, but I'm confident there has to be an episode where Diddy kisses one of these gentlemen and then caresses their face, because The Rock kissed Cody on the cheek to start the thing, caresses his face, and then tells him he wants his whole. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. He wants his soul. The shit was preposterous. It was. No one talks like this. It doesn't even make. In the realm of professional wrestling, where you have to suspend disbelief, the only person who can request someone's soul is The Undertaker. It's not The Rock. It's even in the confines of WWE, The Rock doesn't get souls. That's not what he does. Mm-hmm. So if we're going with the idea The Rock's going to be evil Vince McMahon character, here's the problem. That should have happened a year ago. Now you had The Rock go on his whole glad-handing politician parade and have weird conversations with people and occasionally steal my glasses and try and steal my gimmick and do press conferences that he didn't do in character. Well, sorry, he did it in a different character because The Rock is always portraying a character. You're never seeing Dwayne Johnson ever because he doesn't even really exist. If you want to watch 3 hours of two people being completely awkward with each other, watch The Rock on Joe Rogan's podcast. That shit's weird because it's saturated with The Rock lying about shit. And it's just, people don't talk like this. Like, it's not how human beings have conversations. Because The Rock is so Hollywood phony, the shit, he just doesn't come off as a real human anymore.
Yeah.
I probably just ruined any chance of ever interviewing Dwayne. But I'm okay with that because I'm not going to let him have my soul. The shit sucked. Shanks don't take souls. I do think this is where we get heel Cody. I think heel Cody in WWE has the potential to be very good. So I think that could make up for the route to get there. Because I would imagine we're going to get heel Cody with heel Rock opposite of babyface Roman Reigns trying to stop them. Which is weird. All things considered. It's weird. It's a weird premise on paper. But I think the execution could be good. Could. Nothing else of any significance happened on SmackDown. I can't think of anything else that even mattered.
The only one thing that really mattered, though.
Drew wrestled after having his knee drained 45 minutes earlier. Badass.
Ooh. I'll say R-Truth and Carmelo Hayes, they did a good job.
That actually was really funny. That was a good match. Their whole interaction was hilarious. R-Truth going to the wrong corner, that was funny. The whole LA Knight thing was hilarious. They from Louisiana.
I'm like, oh, I'm thinking maybe he's gonna have Ricky.
That's what I thought. I thought they were going to bring Ricky on to SmackDown for the match because it'd be a huge pop, but instead they went totally hilarious with LA Knight, and I thought that was great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a point in trying to figure out what the show of the week was. I personally think it's without question Collision.
Mm-hmm.
I know you didn't like Dynamite very much. I know you didn't like the MJF Hangman promo.
Yeah, that's like
it was better than I thought it would be.
But it felt like a Raw episode. How they just started off and start talking for like 20-something minutes.
Yeah,
it felt like a Raw.
It felt very much like Raw. It felt, let's build up the feud. Little Jimmy should be on that. Little Jimmy should be in 2K25. That would be hilarious. But he said everyone's Little Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that interview? Archer said all the fans are Little Jimmys. Everybody.
I've seen that. That was funny.
I thought Dynamite was an okay episode of Dynamite, but I thought Collision was just really good. I don't know. I'm not sure what our ratings partner gave Collision. I know they gave Raw, Rate My Wrestling on Instagram. They gave SmackDown like a 52.
Damn.
Yeah, I think they gave Collision 70 something. I'm not positive on that though. Go back and see. But I thought Collision was show. I even liked the Chris Jericho match. Now, let me just say this. I'm not saying I thought it was good. I'm saying I liked the Chris Jericho Bandito match because it served its purpose. It progressed this story. And I'm not saying it's a good story either, but it did progress the story. Max Caster getting just squashed by Brody. Good. That was good. Gabe Kidd versus the Butcher. Good. Like, Hologram and the Beast Mordos.
That was good. Opening match.
Good. That was a good match.
Opening.
Yeah. I didn't see any holes in Collision. I thought it was a really good show. And it cleansed my eyeballs from SmackDown. Because, man, SmackDown was bad. Comparatively speaking to when it's been good.
I'll just say this. If I had to pick what shows was great this week, I would say Collision and NXT.
Yeah, NXT is getting a lot of praise from people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it in to do a follow-up regularly. I really want to get back into watching New Japan.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's like, oh, you should be keeping up with TNA. It's hard to keep up with TNA. There's so much wrestling, it's hard to keep up with everything.
There's so much wrestling in 1 week.
Yeah. And it's just, you have things that you got to follow WWE. You got to follow AEW. NXT, and like I said earlier in the week, like, man, what's great about NXT is you do not have to watch it every week. They keep you so caught up with commentary. They keep you glued. They keep you, like, you ain't got to stay caught up because they will catch you up in every match.
I know.
And it's an amazing thing that they're able to do. Like, they tell you this story of every match while it's occurring, why it's happening. They're always able to put a bow on things. Like, NXT is done so incredibly well. And it's funny, like, if I comment on anything anywhere positive about AEW, people always hit me with it. NXT is so much better. You're probably right. Maybe. Because anytime I ever tune in, I'm like, man, the commentary is what does that show so good. In my opinion, of a guy who barely ever watches NXT. Booker T and question for you though.
Yeah.
I thought Corey Graves got released.
No. Okay, so
was that a fake?
What they said?
Thing?
They said it was kind of. Michael Cole said it was kind of like a storyline when he was on the Pat or with the Logan show. One of them. He said it was trying like a story trying to get heat so he could be part of the show. But it didn't work out, so they had to scrap
Oh,
it.
but then remember they did all the releases. I thought everything said that Corey Graves got released.
No,
Did
he
that was
wasn't
just
on it.
bullshit.
No. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I tuned in like that's Corey Graves talk. I thought they released it.
No.
Well, with all that, Joe, how's the tournament looking?
I was kind of mad, y'all, because I thought Carmelo Hayes.
Who doesn't know, we are running Joe's tournament to crown our must-win on TV champion, I guess. I don't know what we're going to call this championship. We picked a group of wrestlers, AEW and WWE, who we thought would win 10 televised matches in 2025. And they're all running up against each other, trying to rack up wins in this tournament bracket Joe's got going.
Did Ganny see a pin last night? I missed that one.
Which who?
In the tag team match, Danny Garcia, did he pin last night or no? I gotta look at that one. I missed that one.
No. Daddy Magic tapped.
Cool. All right. Cool.
Daddy Magic
all right. So
tapped out.
all right. So here's the dealio.
Awesome.
If Carmelo,
So that match was pretty good.
it was.
And you know how much I can't stand almost every wrestler in that match.
Mm-hmm.
That match was fun.
Yeah. I could say that if Carmelo would have pinned last Friday night, he would have beat Penta and moved on. But right now, him and Penta are tied with 2 wins
Nice.
on the same bracket. Drew could have won last Friday night had he would have been at 2, but nah, he didn't win. Shit. So as of right now, Swerve and Hangman ain't got no points.
Really?
Swerve, Hangman, Jacob, and Brian Breaker do not have any points.
Yeah. Man, those are good. You know what? I think as we progress throughout the year, I think those guys are going to come in strong.
Yeah.
Swerve's going to make a run for that belt again this year, especially after Hangman takes it off Mox.
Yeah. So I just got this feeling come tomorrow night, Penta going to get his 3rd win and move on, and Carmelo be out.
I think you're right. I think Penta's going to win tomorrow night. Who do you think is going to be the first person to defeat Penta? I think Dom. I think Dom's got to be the first guy to defeat Penta.
I think just to start saying good, I think it'd be Brian Breaker. Brian Breaker should be the one.
That's going to put Penta on a very lengthy winning streak because Braun's about to have the AJ Styles feud to lead into Mania.
Mm-hmm. That'd be great.
Joe, before we get out of here,
Yeah.
who's your wrestler of the week?
Oh, yeah.
Fake Kurt. So Trunks is asking all you folks who aren't live on Instagram because you're on YouTube or Spotify, you should really be live on Instagram because sometimes I forget to upload this. What's the fake Kurt Angle guy's name? I just started watching wrestling again. Chad Gable. He's also an Olympic wrestler, not an Olympic gold medalist, but with a broken freaking neck. Yeah, Chad Gable. If you go back a couple days on our Instagram page, I shared a video of Chad Gable and some of his collegiate wrestling. And Chad Gable was a beast.
Nah, he didn't beat Penta. He fought in the first match. Penta came in.
They come to say that Chad Gable's going to come back and beat Penta.
Oh.
Remember, Chad Gable had to go and learn how to defeat luchadors.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That would be a good one. Have him circle back and have him be the first one. I mean, it'd give him a lot of heel heat, and he needs it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of, I gave my wrestler of the week to R-Truth because, after that SmackDown scenario, I need a good laughing.
R-Truth did do a great job. I support your R-Truth pick. R-Truth did not get my pick for wrestler of the week. I think this should be a no-brainer for everybody who got my wrestler of the week. It's Kid. Gabe Kidd's everything I want in a pro wrestler. Like, he is my creator wrestler. He's brash. He's tough. Confident, not cocky.
That's true.
Bit of an asshole when he needs to be. He buried Tony Khan in AEW. They still got to come on Collision and smash Butcher. And I don't mean squash it, but it was a hard-hitting match. It made Gabe Kidd look like a star. And that was after he just totally shit on Tony Khan and AEW multiple times in the feud with Kenny Omega. And someone had said something about that to me on one of my comments about, I comment on AEW's page or something for thanking them for putting on a good Collision to cleanse my eyeballs from SmackDown. And boy, man, people come at you if you say something positive about AEW. On AEW's post, if people want to just shit talk, why would you follow AEW if you don't like it? Let me ask you that. Why would somebody do that? What the hell is wrong with wrestling fans?
You got to follow the post to stay up to date in the news, and you follow the post is to say, hey, I missed Dynamite, so who won? So you get the post the next day.
Here's the thing. People who don't like a product, whatever it may be, maybe you don't like me. So why would you, if you want to keep up to date on something, I understand following to keep up to date on something, but if you don't like it, why would you comment on it? Your engagement drives the thing you don't like. It doesn't make any sense. That's like ordering food you don't like so it can come to your table and you can tell people how you don't like that food. That doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, now I commented about tons of people commenting back about, oh, this is better and AEW sucks and blah, blah, blah. And what about, and Gabe Kidd talks shit about Tony Khan and then Tony Khan puts him on the show and lets him go over. You ever think Gabe Kidd was portraying his character? Duh. That's what his character would say. His character would do those things.
Let me ask a crazy question. How would you feel if Gabe Kidd became the new member of the Don Callis family?
Man, I didn't like that they tried to include Don Callis in the whole ordeal. Here's the thing, though, and that's just because I don't like Don Callis. Maybe it's because he's a great heel manager. Maybe it's because he looks like a thumb. I don't know. If Gabe Kidd became the newest member of the Don Callis family, it would make complete sense. Because Gabe Kidd hates Kenny Omega, and he lost to Kenny Omega. So if Gabe Kidd could come in, and AEW should be hostile territory for Gabe Kidd. If Gabe Kidd spends a lot of time in AEW, it should be presented as if nobody wants him there because of what he said about AEW and Tony Khan. If you're going to book this smart, everyone should be anti-Gabe Kidd. He should be presented as public enemy numero uno. So he would want to align with Don Callis and the family. Now, Don Callis should really be working to hype Gabe Kidd up with the idea like, nobody wants you here, man. Stay in New Japan. You come to AEW, this ain't for you. Everyone's going to gun for you. You don't stand a chance. Make Gabe Kidd feel insecure so he aligns with Don Callis. Like, hey, I need backup, but I want to go there and show everyone I deserve to be there. So then you still always have that little tension between Gabe Kidd and Don Callis and Don Callis family. So you can have Gabe Kidd have all this backup, and him and Kyle Fletcher can beat the bejesus out of Kenny Omega. And eventually, either Gabe Kidd turns on Kyle Fletcher turns on Gabe Kidd. I would say your better option is to have Gabe Kidd turn on Kyle Fletcher and leave Kyle Fletcher with the backup of Don Callis family opposite of Gabe Kidd. But we shouldn't rush to get there. You could have those two being friends for a year. They end up both in the finals of a tournament for a world title shot. or they end up in a triple threat match at some point, and one of them just goes, yeah, screw it, I'm just going to smash him. And then you can just start it from there. That's it. You just had it gradually work its way there. Always tension, but, common goal until one day it's like, hey, it's me over you, and they take the other one out. So someone gets to dig their feet in as the heel. Someone gets to have the motivation to turn babyface. These things can write themselves. It's not that hard to book a wrestling show. If anyone wants to sign me up to do it, highlight your boy. Come through in the DMs. Don't say the F word podcast at gmail.com. Attention, Jeremy. I want to give you a job. Tell you right now, I ain't leaving the house to do it. That's important for me to point out. But I'll write your show. I'll book it for you. So with that, Gabe Kidd, War Ready, my wrestler of the week. Joe gave it to the OG R-Truth. Which, good pick. Tomorrow, we'll be back. We'll take a look at the road to WrestleMania. We will preview WWE Raw, and we will play for When the Bell Tolls, where we make our picks for what time the bell will ring for the first match to start on Monday Night Raw. Whoever gets the time right, going to win a prize. I'll send you something. It has been a long time since we've had a winner. The other hook is if my wife gets the time correctly, everyone who plays the game wins a prize. So the real hope is that Mindy gets it right. That's what everyone should hope for. The last person who got it right, the last correct time was me. So nobody
That was luck.
got nothing.
That was luck.
That was luck. That was luck. Everybody took the times I wanted, so I did. I just took a time, and I got lucky. I got the bell ding. So yeah, tune in tomorrow. It'll be approximately 5:05 p.m. But if you're following us on Instagram, you'll get notified the second we go live. You can tune in, jump in the comments, you can play, and who knows? Maybe someone will win prizes, and maybe Joe will get all this sponsorship stuff that I've had in a bag. I don't know, for like a year and a half. Something like that. Joe's got a lot of shit coming his way.
I'm going to get expired. That's all that matters.
That's all right. All right, everyone. Thank you for checking us out live on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Thank you guys for being there. Thank you for the increase in subscribers we've had on YouTube since Mark started his I Love YouTube theme song, which is incredible that that's working. Hey, it's working. So, yeah, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, share, hit bells, or don't do any of that shit. Whatever. Have a great night, everybody. We're out.